Well, on this episode of Divestment Tales, we have another unfortunate incident with a sister by the name of Rochella Anderson. Now, this woman was dating a Zaddy, and I want you to hear exactly what happened with that situation. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
News 4 was told by the manager of the Roadway Inn that he discovered blood outside of room 333. He reviewed surveillance video and saw a man step outside the room covered with blood. The manager called police. Investigators with Allegheny County Police say Matthew Gripshaw was covered with blood when they arrived and tried to hide a knife. They discovered the body of his girlfriend, Rochella Anderson, under the bed. In the criminal complaint, it says she was stabbed several times and was scalped. Upon searching the room, detectives say they found Anderson's scalp and teeth in a bathroom trash can. Gripshaw was arrested and taken to Forbes Regional Hospital to be treated for cuts, when detectives say he made several statements. The criminal complaint says this about Gripshaw's statements, quote, "Didn't like murdering a woman," and "he was up all night cleaning up from the barbaric act," and "had to do what I had to do." Gripshaw's parents tell Pittsburgh's Action News 4 they're devastated and shaken by the events. They say Gripshaw and Anderson were at their home for Christmas and were very close, but they say their son was diagnosed as bipolar at Westmoreland Behavioral Health Services 2 years ago. They also say he stopped taking his medication recently, but even in his sickness, they say they would never imagine their son taking another person's life.
That is one of the most heinous things I've heard happen in a while. And I just couldn't imagine, that just even happening to a sister like that. But the divestors is on here saying Zaddy, will never, lay a finger on a hair on your head. Zaddy is the best option. This is what the divestors say on the internet. But when you ask them, okay, well, what about Rochella here? I mean, listen, say what you want to say about brothers. And I'm not saying every brother out here is an angel, because they're not. Okay? Brothers can't even get that far to even do a whole lot of things. You call the police one time on a brother, they're taking him to jail. But when it comes to these zaddies, they're not going to go to jail like that. It takes a lot. I mean, listen to what that guy had done. He not only stabbed the sister, he scalped her, cut her teeth out her mouth. Listen, that is heinous. And then they tried to backdoor and say, oh, well, because he had a mental health issue. No, every person that got a mental health issue is not doing things like that. That is who that Zaddy is as a person. That is the nature of the Zaddy. But you have, those females who's pushing this propaganda. And what if that sister saw one of their videos? What if they saw it? And then those divestors, a lot of them are just straight up liars anyway, because they'll get on the internet, they'll be a divestor for some change, but then they'll backdoor be with Tyrone somewhere. And then look at the kind of guy that she had too. I want you to pay attention to this. This guy was dusty. Remember what I said? All you can get is a dusty black man, and all you can get is a dusty white man too. You can't get a white man that got some means to himself. But in your mind, his white skin makes him more valuable to you, even though as a man, we can say he's dusty. Because men know that kind of hotel, that's not where you have your girlfriend at or your wife. That's a hotel where people be tricking at. Most people know that, okay, if you're going to take your wife or girlfriend somewhere, it's going to be at a reputable, nice chain hotel, right? And it's not, listen, hotels is accessed from the outside. It's usually not high-end hotels. Just keeping it real with you. So when I saw that hotel, I said, oh, man, he playing that. I said, oh, yeah, he playing that. He playing that. It was no random act. That Zaddy had that jump playing. But, brothers, you don't have to go and argue with the divestors or tell them anything. Only thing you have to present the truth of what's actually happening. And then all you have to say is the propaganda you're putting out. This is the consequences of your propaganda, because that's what it is. It's propaganda because they doing this to get a bag off of hurt, sisters in the community, that dealt with some string of brothers. And because of, we have this internal hate for ourselves, we don't look at people as individuals in our community. So we go on and just say all black men are this or all black women are that, when some few things that happen. But remember, the people that done something to you, you chose them, male or female, you chose them. So you need to look at yourself in your choices instead of trying to say it's all brothers and making a propaganda. Because let me tell you something, them same females is up here making this propaganda and making courses and all that and making money off of you like that. A lot of them gonna go right home to a black man, or they backdooring with a black man somewhere. Even if they got a zaddy, they cheating, a lot of them, on their zaddy with a black man. Then they'll pop up later talking about, yeah, I finally met a good black man, but they all these videos out there talking bad about brothers. That's why those females are really not quote unquote divestors. They're not, because someone that's truly divested would never say nothing about black men, black women. No, I'm done. I ain't got nothing to say about them people. I got Zaddy here. I'm good. And it's also weird, if you got a Zaddy, why are you talking about black men all day? Zaddy don't want to hear that. And most of y'all go get a racist one at that. So you really don't want to hear about no black men, unless you know something's wrong with you. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about this. This episode of Divestment Tales. Like I said, this is the most shocking one yet so far that we have covered. But let us know if you know any kind of more Divestment Tales. Just email us, and put in the title Divestment Tales and let us know, to give us a name or something, and we'll go research what you're talking about.